The autopsy report into the killing of Tigress Avni has now revealed some stunning details. It has busted the theory that the tigress was killed in self-defense and said that the tigress was facing away from the teams when she was shot. It also brings into question the theory that 5 tranquilizer darts were fired at the tigress before she was shot.
Well, absolutely. A couple of points at this point. One is, of course, on the dart. The second point is on the bullet that was fired on Tigress Avni, suggesting the intent of the state government and the fact that there was perhaps foul play in this whole self-defense angle that the government has come up with. One is, of course, like you pointed out, on the dart itself, which says that the dart fired from a syringe projector always leaves a significant and obvious hematoma, which was not observed in this case. Now, this is something that petitioners have been arguing since day one, talking about how the dart perhaps was placed much later after Tigress Avni was in fact shot at, and that theory is being busted here in this particular finding that the biologist has come up with. It's been submitted, we understand, to the Forest Department now. The second crucial point is that the tigress was looking away at the time of the incident, perhaps suggesting that she was just walking by close to the team that was out there to shoot her, also busting the theory that this was done in self-defense. So big questions really coming in from this post-mortem conclusions, including diagrams that have been now sent to the Forest Department.
Right, Dr. H.S. Prayag, who's a veterinarian, is joining on the phone line. You've seen the post-mortem report, and could you just explain to our viewers how this really changes the whole dynamics of this narrative that killing of Avni was an act of self-defense?
I had categorically told on the night when the photo was sent to me around 11:45 that this is a clear-cut, cold-blooded murder, because it was Vijay Pinjarkar from Times of India who sent the photo. I analyzed and immediately I told this is clear-cut of cold-blooded murder because of the dart, the way it's placed, and the sleeve. So it is very evident. A common sense veterinarian will be able to tell this, that it is not darted, it is planted. So I really appreciate Milind, what a commendable job. I studied his report last night, and I even called him and consulted for a wonderful report, which came from a wonderful person, Milind. So we should have more people like Milind, and whatever he has told, I would like to add to it. I have already spoken to him, and I will be sending my findings to him. He will add his report if it's possible. Because the cartridge, and the more thing, they have not submitted the shooting gun till now. They have not submitted the cartridges now. And not only that, the forensic report and ballistic report are awaited. So when you dart thing, the specific needs to be used for specific needles, for specific syringes. All these things have to come in the forensic ballistic report. We are awaiting for the official confirmation. Then we will take them to court and prove that it is a clear, cold-blooded murder. And Asghar, by his own voice, is very clear. He is fumbling, in order to answer questions. So, it's very clear-cut case of murder. I'm really surprised why he's not back of bars till now. We have seen Salman Khan case, we have seen so many people escaping. I really doubt what it was started by Srimati Indira Gandhi, that to save our national tiger, where it is going. So I am very confident whatever report is given by Milind is an excellent one, and I'm really surprised why the system which appointed him today is not accepting the report in true spirit. I call for more scientific findings, and we will be submitting our own thing in the court.
Right, Mr. Prayag, stay with us. We also have Dr. Sarita Subramaniam, who's a petitioner in this case, joining us on the phone line. We've seen this report and how it's really given a whole new twist to this entire controversy over Avni's death. Are you going to challenge this in the Supreme Court again? Is there going to be a judicial review launched into the entire manner in which Tigress Avni was killed?
Absolutely. We have been demanding a judicial inquiry because we do not trust any of the findings, any of the evidence submitted by the Forest Department and the state government. So far, it has done everything incorrectly in an unscientific and non-medical manner. So we do not have any faith or trust in their ability, which is why our only recourse is to go back to the court And once we have all the documents necessary, we will go. See, they can try and cover up as much as possible, but everybody knows that all criminals leave a trace behind. We hold the PCCF accountable for not ensuring that the guns, the ballistic, the tranquilizing gun, all that should have been kept back with them, even if their contract was terminated as soon as the killing happened. These are all part of the investigation. So the PCCF has again, time and again, failed in its duties. Every report that comes out will only further incriminate him and his department and the forest minister. See, unfortunately, it is because the forest minister treats them as puppets that they are coming out as looking as incompetent and fools. It's not that they are that bad. It's only that the forest minister has not allowed them to function.
Right, Dr. Subramanian, we've had a look at the post-mortem report. Could you just tell our viewers, could you just explain to them the key takeaways from this report and what the implications of those for Tiger Savni's death, please?
See, we do not believe that it was done in self-defense simply because of the angle, the trajectory of the bullet. The bullet has traveled from her left scapula, that is her shoulder blade behind, and cut across two bones. The bullet has broken, and then it has got dislodged in the muscles next to the other scapula. This is a side-on angle. Not only that, the bullet has actually moved in a downward and backward fashion. Had it been in, let's say the animal was attacking them right in the frontal area, the attack would have been, all the injury marks would have been on the ventral side, that is the inner surface. Also, the bullet would have traveled more and more posteriorly, that is through the inside of the body, not at an angle. So we do not buy this theory from the forest department about self-defense or in panic. See, why I don't buy the PCCF theory about panic. Any safari goer knows that if an animal is charging or moving dangerously close to the gypsy, they need to only reverse behind or use the horn repeatedly, or they have headlights, they blink the headlights, just startle the animal and the animal will move away. So we do not buy the self-defense or the panic here.
Right, Dr. Sarita Subramanian, Man HS Prayag, thank you so much for joining me on this story.